Hey folks, Panda here, Firearms Instructor Thought of the Day. Difference between coaching and instructing. And there's two different philosophies where I work. So let's evaluate this, and y'all can feel free to direct message me and give me your thoughts. But do you observe, detect, explain, and correct without ever showing them what to do? If you're just going to observe, it depends totally on the knowledge of the individual. What's their shooting ability? Can they detect what's actually going on, or they're doing some target analysis or something and not really able to read the grip or the trigger or what's truly going on with the shooter? Then what's your depth of knowledge to explain it and then offer corrective action, right? Not my technique. I personally believe in explain it, demonstrate it, let them imitate it, and then let them practice. Depending on the ability of the shooter will determine how in-depth I need to get when I'm explaining it. If it is an instructor level class, the explanation, we're getting down into the weeds. You need to understand why. You may never explain it to your regular students that way, but you need to have the knowledge. You need to be at least one step better than the people you're teaching. You've got to have more knowledge. Then I'm going to demonstrate it. Anything that your students have not seen, drill, technique, anything, if they haven't seen it, I'm a firm believer that you demonstrate it. You don't demonstrate it with your air gun. You don't demonstrate it with your finger gun. You don't demonstrate it with a non-firing red gun. If you're teaching them to shoot, use a real gun, show them what you want. After you've explained it, then you walk them through, let them demonstrate, then you let them practice. Provide them with enough time to get enough reps so they comprehend what they're doing. Then, depending on the level of the class, the next thing I do is test them. They practice it, put them on the clock, let them know where they stand. Two totally different philosophies, right? But I will tell you, as an instructor or a coach, whichever, I will argue that there's a totally distinct difference between a coach and an instructor. But that's a firearms instructor topic for another day. Figure out what you're going to do. Observe, detect, explain, correct, or explain, demonstrate, imitate, practice. Different philosophies, like I said. I personally believe a good instructor should be able to explain, demonstrate everything. Live fire demo. If they haven't seen it, they're not going to understand it with a red gun where you walking around doing over-exaggerated cartoon features. If you don't think you have the skill set, maybe you shouldn't be teaching it. If you don't think you can make the shot, maybe you ought to get some rounds and go to the range and practice. Hey, this is my soapbox for the day. See you on the range.